Welcome to the city of the unwritten. A city that's given so much. A city of people who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. A city of makers, entrepreneurs, musicians, artists. A city of laughter, memories, and people who will welcome others in with a cup of heartwarming handmade coffee. A city of people, young and old, working together. People who explore, live, and grow together. But what makes this place special? Being listed year after year as one of the best places to raise a family. Maybe because we have a community recognized for its safe neighborhoods and revered for its low unemployment. A city where adventure is everywhere you look, where you can pioneer your own story. We've opened a new page to write on for the generations ahead. Welcome to Bismarck. Come write your story.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, people, folks, friends of 1 Million Cups, Bismarck Mandan. Here we are today. It is May 25th, 2022, which means it is only 255 days until my next birthday. And very close after, about a month, is March 25th, and that will be Elton John's 76th birthday. So, just like you all, thank you so much. But what do you get for the man that has everything, really? And for me, I do like about anything, so if you're gonna start your shopping, by all means, go ahead. So, there we are, it's May 25th. We have the birthday celebrations. We are at 1 Million Cups, what I like to believe is a celebration of coffee and community. And sometimes we celebrate Kate, who's walking down the aisle now. Where's that Miss America wave? Here she comes, Miss America. Anybody new? First time 1 Million Cups ND. Yay! Raise your hand higher. There you are. Yay. Welcome. This is such a great place. You will learn all the things about Bismarck. If you're like me and you don't get out of the house much because you have a lot of small children, you don't know what's going on. So this is a great way to find out what is going on in the community. I can't remember if I said my name. My name is Jackie. So says my name tag, Jackie Sevens. All right, quick thanks to all of our awesome sponsors. If you see them, actually, why wait to see them? Let's just say thank you right now. A little round of applause for everybody. They pay for things like lights and coffee and fancy name tags, so thank you so much to the sponsors. What is 1 Million Cups? Honestly, I really do believe you could say it in one word. It's community. It really is just community coming together to talk about business and ideas and thoughts and friendship. It is just always fun. So that would be my version. This would be another version, free weekly program. We spotlight local businesses, let them pitch their idea, engage the community, ask for advice and feedback. And we are going to be doing all of that this morning between the hours of 9 and 10. For those of you on Amazon already shopping for my birthday gift, please, you'll have time later. The big takeaway from today, after the hour that we spend together, can we change the face of our community by connecting local entrepreneurs over 1 million cups of coffee? Janya, how many cups do you have right now, do you think?
Like on me?
Or how close are you to your 1 million cups?
Oh, I'm darn close.
She's getting there. So everyone, be like Janya and drink 1 million cups of coffee while sharing ideas in Bismarck Mandan. So we are going to have lots of time for questions and answers at the end of the day. John is going to be the mic runner, and he's like, please, Jackie, don't make me say anything. Well, joke's on him, because it's National Tap Dance Day. Yeah, my shoes don't click, and I don't know how to tap dance. But it is National Tap Dance Day. It's also National Wine Day. None of you know what's in my cup. Yeah, no one knows what's in Kate's cup either, but don't ask. So lots of times for Q&A, we'll have a mic runner, you raise your hand, it's gonna be fun, and I will call on you. So since we are about community, please come up and share your community announcements. Those of you that have them, please feel free to come on up. I think we have a couple slides. Hey, I know her. Hi, my name is Jackie. So my memoir has been released. It was published on May the 4th Be With You. We are having, the official launch date is June 1. Unwillable, you can check it out at unwillable.com. Please, you are all invited to the launch party. Juniper Work and Tile downtown, snacks and drinks. Kate's gonna tap dance, maybe Dawn. Kayla is gonna do a reading on casserole. It's gonna be awesome. So please feel free to come.
This is just a quick reminder if you weren't here last time and you walked into this time and you went, what the heck's with the blue mugs? So if you're a regular 1MCer, you know about the Mug Club. If you're a newbie, hopefully John or I told you about the Mug Club this morning, but we're doing a special. We've got a couple of big anniversaries going on this year. As Jackie mentioned, 150 for our city and 10 years for 1 million cups. And so to celebrate that, our Mug Club mugs have gone from white to blue during the summer months, and they'll still count towards your 1MC swag as normal. However, we got a little extra bonus swag coming your way. So anybody who gets 10 blue mugs gets a fabulous Bismarck anniversary t-shirt. And Kayla and I were both wearing ours last time, and I don't know, sorry. But they're really, really cool.
Thank you so much, Janya. So yeah, make sure you keep coming all summer long to get those awesome blue stickers.
Hey, this is germane to that conversation, which is Jason Tomanik from the city of Bismarck usually comes and talks about the sesquicentennial. My name's Kate, I'm from the Downtowners, but I just want to mention that the Yonder History and Mystery Scavenger Tour for the 150th anniversary is basically like Pokemon Go. It's augmented reality. So you go to these locations at these dates, and there'll be tokens, and you complete a little kind of history mystery questionnaire. As Jason said, it's not going to like break your brain or anything. They're for kids and stuff, family friendly. So the next one's going to be at Camp Hancock, which is May 28th. If you guys don't know, Camp Hancock is the historic site down here that has a train on it, which is kind of where Bismarck started. But then on the right-hand side, you see the prizes that they're going to give away if you continue to go and do all these Yonder activities. So they're giving away 2 ATVs at the Downtowners Street Fair, which we also know about. And so you don't have to go to all of these, but you want to get to as many as possible so you get as many chances to win the ATVs. So check it out. Heritage River Landing, former Governor's Mansion, United Tribes, and it'll end at the Downtowners Street Fair in September. So go to bismarcknd.gov and you can find the Yonder stuff and how to participate. So check it out.
Thank you so much, Kate. All right, everybody say it with me now. Sasquatch Centennial, 10 times fast. That is a really hard word. And I stole that from Kayla. That was not my joke. It was Kayla's. She's way funnier than I am. Did I hear a true to that? No, it's true. All right, so today we have some awesome guests. I would like to say that I can claim this one because I cornered Tanya when I first met her and was like, hey, you should present here. So Tanya and Angel are here today from Assure Home Mortgage. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun and a lot of questions because Bismarck is booming. The housing market, I think, has been booming since the oil field really revved up, but I don't think that pace has really died down at all. So lots to learn today. So with that, we are gonna start with Assure Home Mortgage. Please welcome Tanya and Angel. Oh yeah, okay, yep.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Tanya Decker, owner and broker of Assure Home Mortgage.
And I'm Angel, I'm the operational manager.
And here's the story about Assure Home Mortgage. Our company, our actually hometown is in Belfield, North Dakota. We actually are from the same town. We were born and raised Some of you may know where that's at, some of you may not. It is between Medora and Dickinson. There's about 300 people. Very small community. There's really no, you drive, there's no driving. It's usually walking from one end of the town to the next. And so what's really cool is I was raised in this town with and went to school with her brother, and so I graduated with him. And in this little small town, Trapper's Kettle is where I worked for about 4 years.
Everyone knows where Trapper's Kettle is.
Yeah, it's where I started my journey of sales and worked for tips, and I loved it. I walked to work every day. And a funny story about being in Belfield is when I moved to Bismarck, one of my biggest fears was driving in Bismarck because I really never got a vehicle until I was like 18 years old. So to drive to Bismarck was actually my biggest fear when I graduated high school.
It's a little scary when you know,
Yes.
small towns and all that good stuff. But Tanya and I, so I'm a few years older than Tanya, but I was a cheerleader in high school, and then so was Tanya. So we've known each other pretty much our whole lives. So it was really cool. And then we reconnected once we came to Bismarck.
I know, small world. From the beginning, the company started last year, March of 2021, in the middle of COVID. I thought it was the perfect time to start the company. During this time, I felt like my heart is really in Bismarck. I've been here longer than I have in Belfield, and so I think that there was no better place to be except for Bismarck. So I'm super happy to be here. And a lot of people ask me about Assure and how I came up with the name. And I thought about it long and hard. And in the mortgage industry, a lot of people, tie it and relate it to security and without doubt. And that was what Assure means.
A lot of our clients will often ask, like, oh, well, how did you start your company? Or, what's unique about Assure Home Mortgage? And so we put together a little video that kind of talks about it. So this is something we actually share with our clients. Oops, sorry. It's a little touchy. There we go.
Hi, my name is Tanya Decker. I'm the owner and broker of Assure Home Mortgage. My clients are asking me what has inspired me to open my own company, and I want to go over that today. I have worked at banks and brokerages for the last 10 years, so I'm an expert when it comes to mortgages. We have the flexibility when it comes to loan programs, lower rates, and closing costs. So we do have the market advantage. Assure Home Mortgage makes the process easy, seamless, and fast for our clients. And we do understand that lower rates and closing costs make the difference on the ability to afford a home or not, and how it impacts your monthly budget. We help our clients achieve the American dream of home ownership, one key at a time. So please give us a call today at 701-220-3954. Have a great day.
The $1 million dream. Since I've been in the industry, I've always wanted to be a $1 million producer, and so I have been coached and trained for the last 10 years, and so this has always been a dream of mine, and I'm happy to say that this year I will be a $1 million producer, so that's super exciting. And so being a $1 million producer and wanting to help more people and more clients, I feel like to build an empire and to get to that next level, I really had to partner with someone who's a really good expert at some things that I don't have time for. My specialty is mortgage, and so I decided to start recruiting Angel. And she's the perfect person. We complement each other very well. She has a lot of business development and marketing and strategic planning and operation. She's been a manager in operations. So I feel like, us collaborating together and building the company in the right way, that I needed a really strong partner and one of the best in the industry. So I'm super happy to have her on board. The gurus. Watch out for this power team. Everybody's wondering who these little girls are. These are our mirror images of us.
Literally.
Like literally, you guys, these guys have the same birthday. So they love each other like sisters. They come to the office. We're really a family-focused company, and so the girls come over and they play mini mortgage experts, and they have fun. And let me tell you, they make me laugh every single day, and these girls have so much personality and so much confidence, and so I'm so lucky to have them at our place. A little bit about myself. I moved to Bismarck in '97. I went to school for cosmetology and business. I actually, when I was in high school, I said I was going to be a salon owner. I was going to open my own company. So I've always had that entrepreneurship seed. And then I had family and kids. And that company had to work nights and weekends, and so I felt like I needed to start something new. So I went into the insurance industry. So I'm licensed in all lines of insurance. I was going to be an insurance broker and open my own insurance company. And then that's when I was introduced to the mortgage industry. Where I did insurance sales, they offered mortgages, and it sparked my interest. Numbers has always been my thing, and I've always had a passion for numbers. That was like my strongest class in high school. And so I decided my adventure in mortgage, and I've been doing this about 10 years. I'm very fortunate because I really love what I do. I have a passion for it. I love helping other people. And then, you know, getting my mortgage broker license, who knows, I said to Angel today, I said, who knows, I could have an insurance company and a salon too. So it's kind of funny.
I moved to Bismarck in 1999, so I've been here over 20 years. And I actually started working at an insurance company here in Bismarck with leadership management and sales. And Tanya actually worked for me for a couple of years there.
Small world.
Small world. And then, so I also have experience in the engineering industry and banking and marketing, and lots of business development. And so this is why Tanya and I complement each other so well, because she's the analytical person, and I'm more the creative and the strategic planning and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. So I really enjoy working with people, leading and managing people, and it's just been a passion of mine, and I've always wanted to help a company get off the ground, and so I thought this was a perfect opportunity. The little mini gurus, so since I'm the marketing hat of the company, we're gonna be incorporating these little ladies in a lot of our promotional materials. So we're gonna show you something like no one's ever seen this yet. This is like brand new. We'll show it to you in a little bit, but really fun. Avril and Ella are little gurus.
Here are some of the things that make us different, unique, and separate us from our competition. We help our clients achieve the American dream of home ownership one key at a time. Shopping the market, you guys, this is probably really important. One of the key things that we offer is I partner with 20 of the companies nationwide that are top lenders, and I strategically try to find companies that do unique, different loan programs. And so I don't try to get the same company that does the same thing. I try to, diversify my portfolio. So I really have 20 different companies. Some of them are local, some of them are nationwide. And so if a client was to go out and get 20 opinions, like it would take them months and months. And so if they come to me, that's a catered service. I will shop the market for them. I'll find them the perfect loan. I'll make sure I get them the best rates and closing costs. So I'm able to do all that groundwork for them and save them a bunch of time and money. And so that's really what we offer. Also, we do residential, every type of residential that you can think of, up to 4 units. We're licensed in 4 states. And for commercial loans, we can do commercial loans anywhere in the United States, which is really cool.
One other we like to do some fun things for our clients, and so we created this mortgage map. It looks similar to Monopoly board, but it really helps clients understand the whole process and every step of the way and what can make your loan go sideways, which is kind of the get in jail part of the board. So it's a really fun place, and it just lets people know, like, oh, there's a lot of steps to this whole loan process, and so we like to make it a little bit fun as well.
And this mortgage map is something that we did ourselves, so
Yep.
it's can't be found anywhere. And it's really cool because we put magnets on the back, and the clients can actually put it on the fridge. And the kids think it's fun because it shows you all the major milestones, and it's kind of a teaching tool, which I think is really cool. Any home, anywhere. Well, the portfolio of loan programs that I have, it's unbelievable. You can go to our website, and you'll see all the information that we have, some of the different programs we do, but we do offer down payment assistance, USDA, VA, FHA, conventional, non-conventional, non-traditional mortgages. But when it comes to anywhere, I mean, honestly, when I got into the industry, it is very tight, and I built my business off of helping people doing their decline loans, trying to find a solution for those people who can't get financing. And so when I say properties, like if there's a property that someone won't lend on, I definitely have a home for that. We have in-house lenders for those. So we do manufactured homes, condos,
Yep.
just everything. I just can't really think of anything.
Rural properties too.
Yeah, we just do everything when it comes to that. World-class service and our raving Google reviews. This is really important to our company and what we, build our mission and our values off of. And this is the number one thing is communication. It always will be in the mortgage industry. So when agents call and clients call, they want someone to be there for them and catered to them. And so we are available 24/7. I think that what's really important is, when I started in the mortgage industry in March of 21, we didn't start closing loans until June of 21, so we're almost about a year.
Right.
And if you go out to the internet, you will see that we nearly have almost 100 Google reviews.
And they're 5-star too.
For all
which is
5
great.
stars, our clients are raving fans. A lot of them, tell you about their story, which is super cool. And so I feel like I have one story that comes to mind. I'm sure Angel remembers this, but this client went to 3 banks, got declined, couldn't find, anybody to help him get into this loan. And so he came to me and he was very discouraged, and he had a 10% rate. His loan was like $600,000. You guys, I got him a 4% rate. And out of 20 lenders I have, only one would have taken this loan. So that tells you how much research I had to do for this client. But he went from a 10% rate to a 4% rate, saved $1,900 a month.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so
significant.
it's a lot. Like
Yeah.
some people pay $1,900 a month for a mortgage, and that's what I saved him monthly on his mortgage, and he is forever grateful. And so I feel like I tell you that, I have a lot of stories, but honestly, I feel all of my clients are family, and I'm really here to help them achieve their dream, and I really love what I do. Teamwork. This is really important to me. We have a mortgage company that's built off of a team. There's a lot of people that work independently, and I think you can't be as efficient. And so I really want to build a company off of a teamwork environment. And there's a lot of things that we do for our team. We believe in culture. We have a mission statement. We get together every week and talk about what works and what doesn't. I tell them that, obviously in the mortgage industry, there's a lot of learning that you have to do. But anytime we have a setback, it's an opportunity to grow and to get better. And so I feel that my staff is really good at what they do. One of
Our staff is here today, so
yeah.
thanks, ladies.
I know. And they're taking certifications and all the trainings that they need so that we have a very experienced team. And we do go above and beyond, and we're a family-focused company. All right, what makes us impossible to possible? Honestly, when I think about this little piece is, I really help so many people achieve their financing. And I feel like there's not just one thing that I can do. It's really, I can do a lot. And so I really try to look at everybody individually and try to help them, you know, get in the box for financing. A lot of people come to me and they might have credit issues or whatever, and I can help them get through anything that they're working through. So if they can't buy today, I do know that at some point in their life they'll be able to buy if they're trained and coached by the right team. So I do have a story about what, you know, about impossible to possible.
And a lot of times with mortgages, it's an emotional purchase. And so, I mean, there's a lot that goes into, you know, this is a huge decision. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of saving and all that. And so this is a really great story. And it just happened like 2 weeks ago. Like we ended up closing this loan finally. But oh my gosh, it was
So yeah,
mountains. We had to move some major mountains for this lady.
Yeah, the thing that I would tell you is that sometimes you don't know all the obstacles that you face when you do mortgages. And, you know, the clients give you an application, but there's a lot of things that come up that are unforeseen. And this client that I'm thinking of, the obstacles were endless. And so any one of you guys would have given up 100 times over. And I really truly believe that any mortgage loan officer would have said, come back in 6 months, right? And so I said, you know what, if you're willing to fight, I'm willing to fight, and our team is not going to give up on you. She called every day, and it's an amazing story because it's super emotional to me because she lost a child in her family, and she had some setbacks with COVID, and she wanted to buy a house, and she's a single mom. And so when she came to me, she had an unforeseen debt that she was not prepared for, that she had to pay. She had to come to closing with more money. Her appraisal was flagged as unique, which is not good. So I had to go back to the appraiser. One of the crazy things is in the middle of everything that was going on, the underwriter said that she had to get her taxes stamped. So I don't know if any of you guys have worked with the IRS, but that's miserable. And so when I say miserable, everyone on my team called to try to get an appointment, and no one could make it happen. And here Angel was on hold for over an hour. The client was on hold for over an hour, and we scheduled an appointment for her within 24 hours. And I went with her to the IRS as encouragement, support, and make sure that we get the right thing, because this was like the last item that we needed. And when we cleared this file, like literally, it was like I was crying, she was crying, the team was crying. So it tells you that we really save people's lives.
Oh. When banks say no, we say yes. And kind of what that means is, so for example, we had a client that was working with an online bank. His loan was in for 4 months, and he got declined. And so he called Tanya and said, hey, you know, is there any possibility, can you try and find me a lender? And because we have the flexibility, and like Tanya said, the 20 different lenders, we were able to shop the market for him. And he had a rural property, which is always a little tricky, but we were able to order an appraisal and get that loan closed in 3 weeks.
It's really unbelievable.
So he was ecstatic. He would have lost the property if we didn't try and push it through that quickly.
Lower closing costs and rates. You know, this is actually the driving force of why I opened my own company, is because, you know, I worked at both banks and brokerages for the last 10 years. So I know both sides of the coin. I know what works, what doesn't. And if there is one takeaway today, it would be this, is that I encourage everybody to get a second opinion. I think that, you know, what we can do might be different than what someone else can do. And I'm not here to take away from anybody. I'm just adding to the market. But just some of the things that we can do is insane, but we are very competitive when it comes to closing costs and rates. The one thing is, like banks, they have, you know, a larger, you know, they have larger overhead costs and expenses, where I keep all of my expenses and overhead very, very low, and I can set my own pricing. And so I know exactly where the market is and how I can be competitive. And so when you were working for a bank, you didn't have that option. And so me independently, I know I can always have the market advantage because I can price so that I'm always competitive. Industry experts, I've closed over 1,000 loans, and so I've went through a lot of training. I continue to keep getting educated. I add new loan programs on all the time, and so I try to teach my clients a lot of different things about financing and how they can build their credit and everything that goes along with the home buying process. I try to make it fun and exciting, and I just help people achieve their dreams. Now, I think of one story, and Angel knows about this, but I had a client that he came to us and said, I need to close 9 properties in 30 days.
So they were all investment properties, and they were all like within the same area, like just a couple streets away from each other. And he's like, I want to refinance, can you guys do this? Because he couldn't find anyone else that would be able to handle 9 refinances at one time.
And he actually tried with two different banks, and he couldn't get it done. And so I was his third try. And so, my team put, all of their hard work and effort and try to make this happen. And we did close them in 30 days. But what's really important is, since we're local, we are able to leverage the market. And here's how. When you have 9 properties at one time, I'm calling all the local title companies and I'm saying, okay, I have 9 deals to send to you. What is the best deal you can give me? And so I make them all compete against each other. And no one online would ever do that. And so I got him the best deal when it came to title fees. Now, appraisals in our market, you guys, we are one of the hardest markets in the United States. I've lent in every state. We are the hardest when it comes to appraisals. And one of the most expensive. So all my lenders cannot believe that they can see appraisals being $1,500, $1,900. Now, for this client, needing an appraisal in 7 days is literally going to cost a ton of money. And we got one bid, and it was like $1,600. And I'm like, he's not going to pay $1,600 on 9 loans. There's no way. And so my team called all the local appraisers and said, okay, you guys have to compete against each other. Do you want 9 deals or not? And what's the best deal that you can give us? And so we got one appraiser locally that bid it out for $600 each. So I saved this guy nearly $30,000 in closing costs. And so those are some of the things that are behind the scenes. And he put on a huge Google review, so I encourage you to go out and read that.
We pride ourselves on the best of the best partnerships, and what that means is, not only using local appraisers and title company and all that, but also referral partners. And so a lot of times when we're meeting with clients, they might have, a 401k here and there, and they're like, yeah, I probably should do something with all these. We can actually make recommendations to a couple different advisors they can meet with, or it could be getting quotes for home insurance on their home. It could be they need a CPA. So we have all these great referral partnerships, and we're able to pass that on to our clients. So that's something that they see as value as well.
Yeah, and a couple of things definitely related in the mortgage industry is credit. And so I have a credit attorney and credit advisors. And so I really think that's going to help people build their credit the quickest way. If you send clients out to do the research on their own and try to figure out how to build their credit, they're not coming back. And so I really want to make sure that I give them all the tools so that they can really buy in the next 90 days, not in the next 9 years.
Right.
The future, our footprint, I'm so happy to say that my roots are here in Bismarck. This is just an amazing community. My heart and my soul is in this town, and I'm super happy because we're going to be able to give things back to the community, and be in organizations and do some donating and give back to the community and offer jobs here. And so I feel like through everything that we've been through in COVID, that I'm really happy to be in this state. Like it's like the biggest small town feel, like everybody knows everybody here. But I'm licensed in North Dakota, South Dakota, Arizona, and Minnesota. And I do want to add brick and mortar buildings throughout the states in the future. Strategically, we're going to implement them as those markets grow, but I'm super excited to, aggressively grow throughout the markets in all these different states.
So one of the first things I did when I joined Tanya here is we sat down and did strategic planning because it's so important to have a vision of where you're going in the future. And so one of the things we're doing this year is working on certifications for our team. Jessica just got her cert this week for processing, yay. And then I'm going to be working on my broker's license as well this year, so that's a goal of mine. And as for employees, we are growing, even though I know other people are cutting staff in the mortgage industry right now, but we're looking at hiring 5 new brokers and 2 support staff. And we want to increase our gross revenue by 25%. Now I know you're thinking that is a crazy, insane number, but we are on track to hit that. And so that's something we are working really hard to do over the next, to the rest of 2022. And then also what's really, really exciting is that Tanya will become an in-house lender, which means that she can finance the loans in-house under a Sure Home Mortgage this year. So that will be happening here this summer. And then marketing initiatives. So of course, with my marketing hat on, all these photos you see on this slide today were all taken by a branding photographer. So they're all photos that we own. They're our kids, my daughter, her son, our little ladies. And so it was really awesome that we can have all this really cool marketing just right under our Sure Home Mortgage, and no one else has access to these photos. So they're ours, we own them, and so you'll see lots of cool things coming with that.
Yeah, the pictures that you see now and in the future are going to be directly just used for a Sure Home Mortgage. You're not going to see them on Shutterfly or any other marketing websites.
Right.
Like they're going to be just truly authentic and original to us, and they really mean something to us. They are family and friends, and so they're inspirational pictures, and she just did an amazing job.
Yeah. Our 5-year goal, so looking into the future, we want to achieve $5 million in gross revenue. So that's one of our goals. And expand staff even more. As Tanya mentioned, we want to have brick and mortar in Fargo, Sioux Falls, Phoenix, Dickinson perhaps as well. So we're going to be, so watch out for us in the future. We're going to be growing and expanding our market just outside the Bismarck-Mandan community, but to other states as well. A really big dream of ours is to build a professional office building. And I know people are thinking, oh, that's kind of crazy because a lot of people are working from home now. But when you visit with people, they're so happy to come back to an inner office space because you have that one-on-one, personal connection with your team. And we feel like there's some professions that really thrive on that. And we think that there's a place for that. So we'll be looking at that in the future. And 2 real big lofty goals of ours is to be an employer of choice. And so when people are looking for new jobs or looking for a new opportunity, we hope they think of a Sure Home Mortgage, and as well as being the mortgage broker of choice. So we want to grow the brand of a Sure Home Mortgage in Bismarck-Mandan, and then as we expand, to hire in staff and just grow an empire.
Absolutely. The few things on that is, starting my company, I wanted to make sure that I implement flexibility in the workforce, and so that people can come and go if they have family needs, that we're adaptable. So that's super important to me. And then also having really good benefits. And so we have, I've just in my personal life, the the medical benefits that we offer is some of the best that I've seen for me personally in my lifetime. So I'm super happy that I get to pass that on to my employees, which I think is important. And so we're going to keep doing things for our employees to make it a good work environment.
So this is like hot off the press. And actually all these photos, we literally just got them back this week from our photographers. So we're just super excited about this, but
yeah, this
here's
is like
the-
a fun, inspired video. You guys are the first to see it, and there's going to be a lot more out on the website.
and
But-
social media too.
Yep, and this is like, honestly, when we sit down and think about strategic planning and marketing, when we both are like, we gotta do it, we're gonna do it. Like, it's not even a question, we're not even gonna second guess it, and this was one of the things that we wanted to implement it, and I think it makes mortgage fun, it makes it exciting for all ages, and I think it's really adaptable, and it's unique and authentic to us, so you won't see it anywhere else. And so I'd love to show you our new video, and it's first launched today.
I got declined from a home loan. That's okay when banks say no, Sure Home Mortgage says yes. Are you saying they make the impossible possible? Yes, they do. We need to go to a Sure Home Mortgage.
We thank everybody today for this opportunity to be here. The photographer, JC, photography has been amazing.
And our model home was, all these pictures were taken at a home here in Bismarck through Pinnacle Homes. And so Andrew was very gracious and let us come in for the whole afternoon and take over the house. So that was really fun. And our amazing photographer is here today, JC Joe.
Yay!
Right there. Thank you for making us look amazing. And this is our contact information. So, feel free to hop on our website. We are on Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube.
We have a
TikTok.
YouTube channel. Yep. So, thank you.
Thanks. Okay.
Do you need this?
There's no like cool couch. We'll have to make do with chairs. Okay, so that was such a beautiful presentation. That slideshow was like very futuristic. I loved it. Kind of sad the mini gurus weren't here today.
I know.
They're in school.
They would have been quite a bit of fun. So one of the things I was thinking of, so John's gonna run the mic, put those hands in the air. Got some time here. So if you have a question. So one of the things I was thinking about as I was watching this, well, two things. I love the review that said, they went above and beyond. And then that personal story of the single mom that had this hardship. I think that was so wonderful that you demonstrated today, how you go above and beyond in your business. So that's kind of a commentary, but the second kind of question I was thinking, you were throwing out so many terms, Tanya and Angel, in-house lenders, mortgage brokers, you've got this whole monopoly game, closing and closing costs. There's so much that goes into buying a home. And Angel, you said it's a lot of money, it's someone's dream, it's emotional. Mm-hmm. So one of my questions, Tanya, would be, what kind of education do you help others with to navigate this really complicated process?
That's a great question. We came up with our own proprietary marketing material, and so you'll see the map that we did, but we also have done other things, like we made a flyer that says what kills the deal. So everybody, always asks, well, is my loan going to go sideways? And so we created a fun marketing material so people can really see what causes the deal to crash. And we talk about it in the beginning, so there's no secrets. Also, we're going to be doing videos right on the website, so I encourage people to take a look at that. But one of the biggest things, too, is that in the future, I do want to go around to all the colleges and start in Bismarck, obviously here first, and then go throughout every state and really talk to juniors and seniors in college and help them build their credit. You guys, I'm serious when it comes to, I don't just share a story and think that it's gonna work. I implement it first and make sure that it's tried and true. And so an example would be is my son, he is, I'm a single mom and running a company, so very busy, but my son is 19 years old, will be 20 years old this year, and everybody starts at a 0 credit score, right? And so I'm like, I'm gonna build my son's credit, I'm gonna see how quickly I can do this and what I can do for my very own son so I could share it with my clients and friends. And so I signed him on to my credit cards as an authorized user at 16. And he might have been 16 and a half or whatever. By the time he was 18, you guys, the kid had a 720 credit score, was able to get his own vehicle loan, mom didn't have to co-sign, win-win. And then also he was able to get his own credit card. He has like a $1,500 limit, and I didn't have to co-sign for it. So I helped him build his credit. My credit is obviously very good because I was able to help him, but I want to be able to teach people in a college level so that they really can, when they graduate school, they can buy a house right away, that we're not waiting when they're in their 30s and they're building their credit then. And so I feel like the sooner I help people, the more loans we're going to be able to have in the community, and more people we're going to be able to help.
And it's part of that financial education piece, right? Which isn't taught in the high schools. And, some parents are really good at it and some parents aren't. And so, how can you prepare these kids, like even when they get out of college, if they need a new vehicle or, so they're able to do it themselves. And so it's a huge part of that financial piece. Our website, it's called a learning library out there. And so we have a few videos out there right now that kind of explains like, what is a bridge loan? What is a non-traditional loan? And so we have these things out there too, so they're less than a minute long. And so just as an educational piece, anyone can go out there and watch and learn.
Absolutely. The more you know, the better, right?
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
I had a credit card in high school, but it was because we lived in Bowman and had to order from magazines. So, question back there.
I guess it's very positive, and your whole strategic plan is really well sought out for now and in the future. But I'm really curious of when it became just a thought and a dream to the startup of it, that process, because I would imagine that it was a little scary and there was probably some ups and downs in the beginning, because I feel like there's so many ups and it's just a really exciting presentation. I just was curious of what the story was from your previous employer to planning and preparing to start your own business and how long that took, and if there was any challenges that you faced before you were able to truly launch your company.
Well, I take credit very seriously, so my credit score and all of that was really good. So finance-wise, I didn't have problems getting loans or approved. That was pretty easy. But that is actually the smallest piece of the puzzle. The biggest piece of the puzzle is when you're looking at mortgage, you really have to have really good process and streamlined procedures and implementation and delegating and making sure that everything is streamlined. And so, fighting to make sure that we have the right processes and procedures in place was my biggest challenge. And so we came up with our own proprietary software. So the process is easy, efficient. Everybody knows where everything is at. We can close loans fast and quickly, and we can do it in 15 days with no problem at all. And so, getting Angel on board, I had a dream, and I'm more visionary and she's more implementation. And so together it's the perfect collaboration, because I'm like, we need to do this and this and this so that this can run seamless and smooth. And then she's like, oh, I have this idea and let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this, or let's take a look at that, or whoa. That's way up here. Let's refocus that, and how about this? Break this down in littler pieces, because, day one, the first thing we did was I literally had a notebook full of notes going, strategic planning, people, processes, and all this stuff, and just like, okay, what are we doing? Let's look at this. We streamlined a bunch of stuff. We saved a bunch of time, because I'm all about working smarter, not harder, and make it easy on the team. And so that was one of the things that we really worked hard on. And so like the first month, like every morning Tanya and I would meet and we had all these ideas about strategic planning, and then we just kind of, you know, narrowed them down and like what's realistic, what's in the future, what can we do now, how can we impact our team, how can we impact the community, and just kind of started from there. And so it happened really, really fast. I mean,
Right.
like in a month, we pretty much had this all laid out. So I'm all about, you know, creating a path and then doing what you need to do to get there, you know, like with the goal with your, you know, what's the end in mind and how do we get there? And then put those steps in place on how.
And we have lots of boards in our office. I mean, we have, you know, we have visionary boards everywhere so that we really put our goals in front of us, so that we really implement them and we don't forget about them. I think that the biggest obstacle for me anyway is the healthy balance between working and home life. And because I'm a single mom and I have kids, and so to have that you know, that balance is a little bit of a struggle, but overall we've accomplished a lot. We've closed a lot of loans. We've saved a lot of people a lot of money, and so we're just I tell everybody that our goal is to be better than we were yesterday. And if we have that mindset, everything will go in the right direction.
Right.
For you guys, for doing kind of the non-traditional loans and stuff, I think there's definitely a market for just the random kind of, non-traditional things. So I'd be curious to hear more about that. But I think the one thing that stops a lot of first-time home buyers is you feel completely financially naked in front of the person that you go to the first time, like, oh my God, I bought that poisonous snake and I forgot to make the payments and they're going to judge me.
Right.
And that's not really how it is, but how do you deal with just like, they basically see into all of your good and bad decisions, financial decisions. So how do you make people feel comfortable and at least, throw a blanket over their nakedness?
Sure.
Financial nakedness.
Well, I feel like, doing, nearly thousands of loans, like I swear every loan has a surprise. I'm like, what surprise am I going to find out about these clients? A lot of people are not forthcoming, and I try to tell my clients that, if there's something that is hard for you to talk about, my job is to help work with you, not against you. And so I feel like any obstacle that we face, we're going to try to overcome it. So I feel like there's no too big of an obstacle that we can't work through. And so I feel like it's just like a communication thing to kind of break down those walls so that people feel a little bit more comfortable. But, when it comes to non-traditional mortgages, when I was working in a bank, we didn't offer that. And so, a lot of people ask, well, the rates are changing, the rates are going up, they were really low, 6 months ago, and how is that changing the market? And I think it's important for all of you guys to know is, 6 months or a year ago, people were cherry picking the loans that they wanted. So these lenders are like, oh, I don't want to do the, don't send the loan to me unless they have a 640 credit score, and if they have this thing going on, I'm not going to take it. And so they were had their own overlays, and they were kind of cherry picking what they wanted. And now, since the rates are going up and the houses, there's limited houses, and everybody wants more loans to keep their companies surviving. And so they're coming out with more unique loans than I've ever thought I would experience in my lifetime. So I literally have a stated income loan. Like, do you guys know that?
So tell them what that is. Like, some people don't know what stated.
So if I have a client that just started their company and they're 1 year in, they don't have tax returns, they don't have anything. They're like, I want to buy a house. They come to me, they do a profit and loss, I can close a loan for them. It's unbelievable. And it's not my rules, I'm following another company's rules. I think it's really important to you guys to know that I work with people who take loans in-house. They're not just all sent to the secondary market. I work with local banks and nationwide banks. So the reason why I do a little bit of everything is so I have more options for the clients.
Diversity. Yeah.
Last question in the front.
Okay, so when I first moved to Bismarck, is this on? It's on. Can you hear me? Cool. Okay, I started with YP. Angel, you were my mentor. Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Yes, I sure do.
You told me to get involved.
Yes.
I got involved. Look at all my friends.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome.
I got a name tag and everything.
So cool.
I'm asking you to mentor me once again. So I got involved in Bismarck. I want to stay in Bismarck, but I'm a gig worker. So I have kind of started to like ask around and be like, what can I get? And they were like, I did everything right. I went to school, my credit's great, and they're like, oh, your income. So maybe you kind of already answered my question a little bit, because the nature of the workforce is changing. And for
Yes.
these next generations, we have things like 17 jobs and
A lot of
real
side
boss.
gigs, right?
There's pandemics, there's disruptions. We
Yes.
don't have the like stability that previous generations did. How does this affect the future of mortgaging? Thanks.
Well, and this is, and you're right, like your generation are all experiencing these kinds of things, right? And you have a lot of side gigs. Like my daughter, she's 25. She has side gigs too, she does the same thing. And so it's a way, Tanya has a way of just really, we have lenders that we can work around that, okay? And it's easy. Like we can easily do that, like because we can shop the market for you, we have options, and we can get all the pieces in place. So.
Awesome. And for those of you at home, no one's getting financially naked today. Thank you so much, Tanya and Angel. But I'm going to kick it over to, well, maybe some people are getting financially naked. Stay tuned. I'm going to kick it to John for the last question to ask these lovely people on stage. Take it away, John.
Something we ask every week, what can we as a community do to help you succeed?
That's a very good question. I just encourage everybody to just spread the word organically. That's really important to us. We really want to build our business off of word of mouth, because that means we're doing a really good job. So really telling people to get a second opinion from us. It doesn't cost them anything, and we don't even have to really pull their credit. It's just an opinion. And so encourage people to go to our website, encourage them to call us to get a second opinion. We are really truly available 24/7, and so we're here to help anybody obtain their financing goals.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, when you see our cute little mini mortgage gurus out there, feel free to share our social media
Share our
page.
posts.
We've got 2 other videos that we did, and they're just, every time we watch them, and we've watched them probably 100 times now, but we just think they're just so funny, these
cute.
2 little girls. But yeah, just, reach out to us and share our social media. Be awesome.
Awesome. Give it up for Assure Home Mortgage. We are off on June 1st, and June 8th, we are having Fanatics event. So hope to see you again. Stay tuned on Twitter and Facebook to follow for the new speakers and what's going on each Wednesday. Have a great day.